Hey gays and gals, I'm Chris or ChristopherJMUA if we haven't met before, and today we're going to be reviewing and testing out the Jaclyn Cosmetics Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint and the Perfecting Concealer. So if you'd like to see how they look, how they wear, and know a little bit more about the products themselves, then stay exactly where you are because we're getting into it right now. I ordered the foundation and concealer from Ulta.com. It's also available from Jaclyn Cosmetics, as well as Morphe, I believe. The description for the blurring tint says, get that comfy real skin perfection with Jaclyn Cosmetics Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint. Doing double duty as a blurring primer and tinted moisturizer, this is not a foundation but a sheer coverage wonder. It delivers a natural finish that blurs texture and enhances skin for that just woke up glow. Then the details for the concealer say a lightweight buildable concealer so fresh you'll look well rested. Jaclyn Cosmetics Faux Filler Perfecting Concealer offers medium to full coverage and a matte finish where visibly brightening and blurring for a finish that's fresh and flawless like you got a good night's sleep. And the foundation is $34 and the concealer is $26. Both prices are about in line for other prestige brands, concealers, and foundations. Packaging kind of also reflects the pricing. It looks like it's gonna be very prestigious, very luxury. It's giving me like high class vibes until you touch it. That's when you know it's just a plastic bottle or a clear acrylic bottle. But either way, the way the gradient's done on the packaging on the foundation and it fades up to the white, it just looks so beautiful. I would not mind having this on the bathroom counter at all times and people seeing it. Now, it said on the website that you can actually use this foundation as a primer instead, and it says you can build it up to get a little bit more coverage. It's still sheer coverage, but it can be built up. And the way she recommends doing that is putting your first layer everywhere and then building up the specific places you want. Personally though, I really like the idea that these are sort of a system. With this being sheer coverage and this being medium to full buildable, you're gonna be able to still cover everything that you need to cover with this and just get that nice even skin tone with this one. Just a guess, I don't know that for sure, but it seems like that's the way it should work. And application method says you can use fingers, brush, or sponge. She does say though, if you use a sponge, to use medium pressure, whatever that means. Goldilocks would know. Now normally I'm a stickler for priming. I've got to fill the holes in my face. Not to prime is a what? Yes, that is correct. It is a crime, like Nikki Tutorials always says. But since this is a primer and blurring tint combined in one, I'm not gonna prime. I'm just gonna use this and the concealer and set it. She does recommend using cream products with these products. So like cream blush, cream bronzer. So I do have a blush and a highlighter picked out. Blush is from Merit Beauty. It's the Cheeky Cheek color. It's a really pretty shade actually. And for highlighter, I'm gonna use the Gerard Cosmetics BB Plus Illumination in the shade Grace. P.S. If you'd like to save any money on GerardCosmetics.com, you can use the code ChristopherJMUA and save up to 30%. Unless you're getting a mystery box, and those are already super discounted. And I'm also going to finish everything off with a little bit of the Jaclyn Cosmetics Do Me powder. Yuck. That's not pretty. The Jaclyn Cosmetics Do Me powder. It's still kind of foggy. Oh well, whatever. I'm not doing a full look today. I'm not doing an eye look or anything. I just want to have a fresh face, since these are the kind of products that I think are gonna get us that. For the sake of saying I tried it, I'm going to use my fingers first. I really don't know how much to use, so I'm just gonna start pumping. I don't know. 3 pumps, that's what I've got. Really, really smooth. It's got a nice consistency. It's not really wet. I expected it to be more of one of those watery type of products, because usually skin tints like this are a little more on the watery side, but this is not like that. This is definitely thicker. I can feel, even just by feeling it on my hand, that it's gonna help fill pores. I don't know if that's exactly my shade either, but we'll make it work. Okay, so 3 pumps was not quite enough to get it all the way down to my neck, and that was with using fingers, which soak up nothing. So that does definitely let me know this is a for sure very sheer product. And ultimately, if I was using this as a primer this time, this is where I would stop. I would just get the even coat everywhere and move on to foundation. And now, as you can see, the coverage is just really minimal. It just gave me a nice soft veil of color to the skin. Honestly, if somebody didn't know I put it on, I don't think you'd know I have anything on. Oh, I'll be so glad when this heals and it's gone. Okay, but now I want to see if I can build it it up. She said on the Ulta website under Jack Hacks, like how she uses her products, I guess, that this is a method she uses and then she goes in with a second layer to build up coverage. So here we go. I realize it's probably excessive, but I'm gonna take another 3 pumps. I just want to see how this builds up, or if you even can really build it up, or if you just keep adding and you end up in trouble because it doesn't blend. That could happen. So I'm just gonna go down the middle of my face, try to cover this boo-boo. Oh, it did cover the boo-boo. I'm really glad this is sheer because this is definitely not my shade. It's very warm compared to my skin tone. Ooh, that does not look good. Okay, maybe don't add that much. Let's try the sponge now and see if I can pick up all this extra product that I just laid down, because that's not looking cute. She said medium pressure, so I'm trying to be cautious and not squish down too hard. Oh my gosh, it's not blending and it looks so bad. You know, normally I can make most foundations work with my beard hair. All I have to do is use a brush and the bristles get underneath the beard hair and work really well around them. But for some reason, this stuff is not. It's not really mixing in and sitting on the skin. It's just sliding around everywhere. And I didn't use any primer. I used nothing because I wanted to be sure that this didn't happen. Can you see what's happening? At this point, I'm really not liking the way this is looking, so I'm going to take all of this off, including all of the skincare that I did have on, and just go in with the blurring tint by itself, with nothing on my skin. I've just got to figure out if something that's on my skin is causing this to happen, or if it's just the product itself causing this to happen. There is literally nothing on my skin now, so we're gonna try this again, and I'm only gonna take 1 pump. This is now changing into a less is more type of scenario, and we're gonna see if it works like that, because apparently 6 pumps was too much. Guess I'm just gonna dab first in the places where I wanna make sure I have a little bit more coverage, and then slowly work my way out from there. Less is more is definitely the answer. I mean, look at this now. I've got a little bit of coverage, like the tiniest bit of coverage, but there is coverage. I'm also noticing just a little bit of a blur because it is kind of filling in the pores just a little bit, but it's definitely sheer. There is no covering of anything. It's just evening out complexion. And that's exactly what it said it was supposed to do. And now that we know less is more, I'm gonna take 1 more pump, just 1, directly onto the sponge. That was more like a half a pump. That's okay too though. And now just on the places that I'm more red, that I like to have a little more coverage, here, here, and here. We're just gonna see if we can cover that up. If we can cover that up, I'll be happy. Oh, I forgot about the concealer too. Oops. But I should still be able to build this up a little bit, I feel like. Whoa, this dries super fast too. Oh my gosh. That really wasn't sitting there for hardly any time at all. Okay. This actually doesn't look half bad. I'll take this. This is a good, nice finish. This isn't the kind of coverage that I like and that I want, but I do know people that like this kind of coverage. Now let's see how much coverage the concealer can offer. I mean, medium to full, that's gonna give us everything else we need that this can't touch. Very creamy consistency. It almost feels like a pot concealer. It's a little bit thicker, not really wet. Kind of like this formula, except this one feels much more emollient, like you can feel that it's got a little more pigment in it, versus this one being mainly the base. Oh, finally, that's what I'm talking about. That is the coverage I like and need in my life. Now, for some reason, the concealer is also getting stuck and not blending out. It's not like it's sitting there for a really long time. See what I mean? It's just stuck there. It's not blending. Wow, okay. Guess let me try to wet my sponge a little more. Maybe I'm running out of moisture. I don't know what's happening. Ugh. Why won't it blend out? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. I'm only gonna take 3 dots, close it, and blend it really fast. What the heck? I'm getting so annoyed. This will not blend out. I'm using a damp sponge with medium pressure. I tried my fingers. I don't know what else to do. Let me just try a little tiny bit more and only try my finger. No sponge, nothing else. Maybe it needs to be warm the whole time. That did work a little bit better. I don't have any weird lines around the spot that I actually put the concealer like I was running into. Let's see if that'll work on the outer corner too. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now I gotta fix this side. Wish me luck. 2, 2, 2, 2. Got it. Finger fast. Go. I'm so done messing with this. I'm so over it. I'm done. Obviously, I cannot make it work. So here's where we are after about 3 concealer applications, trying to blend it with the sponge, trying to blend it with my finger, and this is the current state we are in. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my cream blush and my cream highlighter just for the sake of finishing off the look, but this is definitely not one of my best skin days. That blush melted right into that skin tint. Now let's see if it does the same thing for a liquid highlighter. And now just a very light dusting of the Do Me powder. Now that the under eyes are set, this is pretty much the face all finished. Now at this point, my original intentions were to do a wear test throughout the day so we could see how the products wear, but at this point, I'm not gonna do that because I don't even like the way this looks now. There's no way I'm gonna like it as it wears throughout the day. That being said, would I recommend the Jaclyn Cosmetics Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint and the Jaclyn Cosmetics Perfecting Concealer? When it comes to the tint, I would say if you wanna use this as a primer just to give your skin a nice even coating of color before you go in with your foundation to help with any kind of hyperpigmentation or dark spots or even just dullness, then for sure I would definitely recommend the blurring skin tint. The concealer though, right now based on the first impressions, I can't recommend this. It's so hard to use. It goes on and seems like it's gonna be great, but it dries so fast and you can't blend it out. Even in situations where I just applied it and then went to blend it out, it still wouldn't blend out. Whether I used my finger or the sponge, it didn't change anything. I know I'm for sure gonna have to give the concealer more chances in different scenarios and with other products just to see if it'll change things, but so far, I really just feel like I wanna return it. I don't wanna keep it because I don't think I'm gonna use it at all. But this, I actually am excited to continue using this and seeing how it works in different ways with other products and other foundations. Maybe it's something that I'll just start using on the daily and just put a pump into my hands when I get up in the morning and mix it in with my moisturizer and see how that looks. I can tell you for sure, less is more. You cannot build this up. Don't try to build it up. It's just going to smear and leave you with more problems than you had before you put anything on. So all in all, not a great match made in heaven, but I got a new primer out of the deal. Most importantly, what are your thoughts? Have you guys tried this stuff yet? Have you tried the skin tint or the concealer? Do you have a preference for which one you like? Did you not like both of them? Did you love both of them? Does it work for your skin? If you saw that I was doing something completely wrong, what was it? And tell me how I can do it better. Because I want this stuff to work. I was excited for it to work. Every other Jaclyn product I've gotten, I've loved. But maybe as I use it and get the hang of it a little bit more, I'll figure out ways that it can be perfect for me. I would like to thank you gays and gals so much for joining me today on this review. If you enjoy videos like this, like first impressions and reviews, collaborations, challenges, unboxings, just about anything focused on the beauty world, make sure you hit that subscribe button right down in the bottom right corner. Also hit the notification bell right beside subscribe so you might be alerted when I upload a new video. YouTube does that sometimes. Also, if you like any of my looks and you want to see more looks like them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA. And if you gain nothing out of this video, if you gain nothing out of any of my videos, then please at least gain this. And that is to always remember and never forget that you are absolutely beautiful. And I love you guys. Bye.